Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Teeter, and today we're continuing on with Core Keeper. Last time on the channel, and it's been a little bit, but I think we were prodding along the Azeos wilderness, looking through mold dungeons and whatever else we can stumble across. Looks like I've got some resources and stuff on me from the last time I was playing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and empty my pockets. And actually, between videos, I ended up expanding my base a little bit, which I will share with you in a moment, what that looks like. But essentially, I set up some mob farms so that different mob types might spawn and fight each other. Seems like things have been productive in here so far. We've had some little mushroom people spawning and getting killed by these cavelings. I'm honestly not sure how this one spear-wielding caveling came to be, because I don't have any of this type of moss in there. Maybe he just spawned through the wall. But the idea is to spawn different types of enemies that can fight each other, because the slimes don't get along with the cavelings, or the beasts, I guess, don't get along with the kind of humanoid creatures. So that's the idea. I probably could have set the moss and stuff a little bit more evenly, but I didn't really have copious amounts of all the different kinds. Also, my garden is growing steadily over here. I was using the grub zuka that we got a couple episodes ago to clear out some walls, and I just planted a bunch of seeds that I've come across. So our next goal, boss-wise, is to find the bird that you summon with the egg that you make here. Yes, hello. The sound effect that this makes is startling if you're not expecting it. I kind of jumped when it moaned at me. But yes, we need to scan for Azeos the Sky Titan and Ivy the Poisonous Mass, both of whom are in the Azeos wilderness. For this, we need 5 ancient gemstones, 5 mechanical parts, and 10 ancient feathers, which I believe I have in here. So 10 of these, 5 of these, and 5 of these. And we need another 8, 8, and 90 poisonous slimes in order to make the other scanner for Ivy the Poisonous Mass. So we're going to need to kill a whole bunch of these slimes. But for now, we'll grab the Azeos scanner and we will fire it off. Here's our map right now. Usually, I think the boss is pretty... not too far into this biome. So if I had to guess, it's gonna be somewhere along like this arc in here. And with my luck, it's gonna be dead center, because that's not where we've gone. Or it's gonna be further down, because, you know, this cuts through about a third of this map. But enough speculation, let's just right click and reveal. And sure enough, it's dead center, right where we haven't gone. It's actually a little bit more shallow than I guessed. But either way, now we know where the next boss is. We can try to head that way and fight them. But before we do that, we of course need to spawn them. To do that, we need 10 of each resource, 5 gold, and 3 gemstones. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And I'm actually going to make 2 of each, because I'm not confident that we won't fail. There's only 2 tin in there and 15 copper. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, we need scarlet. So that should be enough for 2 of them, provided that I counted right. 1, 2. Alright, so what you do is, when you find where the boss spawns, you actually put this egg right on the ground. And if it's in the right spot, it will summon the boss. We'll bring those with us. But yeah, I also want to scan for the other slime boss. And to do that, we'll have to find some pink slimes to kill. I'm just looking at what else. We'll eventually need a bunch of slimes. Stuff that you dig up from the ground. Okay. Those are for the future biome, so we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. For now, I want to make some food, because I'm hungry. Don't have a ton of things farmed. We do have some filling oats. And we'll mix that with, I don't know, I guess glow tulips, just because I don't have anything that causes glow yet. Toss those in there, and we will come back for that in a little bit. But for now, we'll just eat some of the foods that I have made. We will head on out to the wilderness, I guess. Our little cat thing will come along with us, and when I'm too fast, it will just teleport to us. So we now have a scarlet pickaxe. It's the strongest that I can make based on what we've seen and gotten so far. Oh, between the episodes, I set up scarlet drills on... I don't actually want you. I set up scarlet drills next to a lot of ores, so we can eventually come back and get a lot of resources from those. That took a little bit of grinding. I essentially had to go and find one scarlet ore deposit like that, and just made sure to put those crude drills, the tin ones, all around it until I had enough resources to make the red drills. Each red drill, I think, costs 10 scarlet and 10 iron. And we already had an iron stockpile from that ore that we've been drilling through for forever. So thankfully we had that portion taken care of, but the scarlet we didn't exactly have a leg up on. Got some bloat out here. So looking at where this is, it looks like it's actually straight down. Well, actually straight down from where we are, but we'll go to this little nook right here and just continue. Our little buddy is trying to fight for us. Oh, what are you guys doing out here? This is very clearly not your biome, but hey. What inspired you to come all the way out here, I wonder? Either way, we will dig straight down through here and eventually get to where that bird is. Now, as per usual, as we saw with the Malugas fight, it would be smart for me to bring fiber and to build a bed out here in case I do lose or get killed. We could, you know, just respawn right next to the fight and keep going. Especially if you don't spawn too far away from the boss, you can, I just want to dig up this, stuff that's on the ground here. Lush tree. I don't actually want a lush tree. I could just put that here. That'll be just fine. But anyway, if you don't spawn too far away from the bird fight, you can actually get back to it before it heals too much. Essentially the way that this fight works is there's a bird that spawns basically these pillars of light that will streak across the land and damage you. I think I'm gonna dig up a lot of the stuff that these guys spawn from too in the meantime. They are annoying and plentiful. If you look at the mini map, you can actually see the different colors of the ground moss that spawns. If you're like me and you're trying to rid certain areas of this lime green stuff that spawns these snipers and farmers, you can just look at the mini map and it will tell you what to look out for. Now, so all this stuff on the ground, you see that light green in the top right? If you just take a gardening hoe like this and you right click a number of times, it'll clear out whatever's on top and then it will clear out the fungus underneath. If you're afraid of getting shot or whatever as you're navigating, you can do that. My range weapon of choice for now, or for the moment, is the blowpipe. We ended up finding this from... oh, I forget who dropped it. It might have been one of the snipers or one of the gardeners up from out here, but the blowpipe shoots really quickly. Oh boy. It shoots quickly and it also poisons, which means that the enemies can't heal if you run away from them. Normally you'll see them healing, they'll flash. I don't remember what color it is, if it's green or white, but they flash to show that they are healing up. And you can actually avoid that by shooting them with poison. There's also a melee weapon that can inflict poison that you can find in one of the mold dungeons, but we haven't come across it just yet. The dash feather was doing some work just there. We were dashing all around. There we go. We dug up all kinds of moss. Look at the mini-map. I don't see any more little flecks of lime green anymore, so we are golden. The Karok seed here. We'll just trash these lilies. Keep accidentally scooping them out of the water. That's a more recent change to Core Keeper as well, was making the stuff in the water something that you could pick up. Just saw that I have 2 nimble eggs on me. I was reading a Reddit post the other day. Someone was saying in their world they haven't been able to come across nimble eggs all that easy. And I'm pretty sure I've come across a whole bunch just on this save file alone. Not sure why my luck is so much different than theirs, but I don't need more than one. When it comes to the pets, you can use more than one of the eggs and stuff. The only thing that it does is it will randomize their traits, so the set that you get within here can be different. But the only other thing that it will do is change their color. I think each animal has 4, 5, or 6 different color variations that you can find. And here we are at the boss arena. Over here, we'll get there in a minute. But yeah, so each animal has 4, 5, or 6 different color variations that you can find. That obviously just comes down to preference. But yeah, so if you respawn them, you can come up with different things like that. Well, I guess the hoe can't be used to remove the stuff on the ground, but if you punch all these feathers, you'll get a whole bunch of the blue feathers that are used to actually spawn this boss, or create the egg that spawns this boss. So I'm gonna have to get rid of something else. Let's get rid of some fiber. Although, how much fiber do I need to make a bed, actually? I don't know. Find out. Oh, you don't make the bed here, do you? Where do you make the bed? I thought it was on the first bench, but maybe it's on the second bench. Oh well. Won't have a second bench. Want my hoe back. We'll get rid of something. Caveling bread. There you go. Yeah, this isn't the cleanest boss arena you'll ever see. Bird droppings and stuff everywhere. Really thought you could use the hoe to get this stuff off the ground, but you can't even dig up the bird poop with that. Not sure if there's much of a reason to break everything else, but we will. Now, if you wanted to extend this arena, which wouldn't be a bad idea because of how much this guy teleports around, you could bring different types of ground with you and put it in all the gaps around here. If I don't manage to beat this in the first try, we can do that. Because it's a lot easier to move around when you're not really obstructed by, well, holes in the ground. But anyways, this boss spawns these pillars of light that can damage you. They also spawn these crystals on the ground that will heal the boss. So your strategy should, of course, be to destroy those as fast as possible, just so that the boss doesn't have a chance to heal. Let me clean up a little bit. We'll get rid of this table. I want the bread. Thank you. Put that in my trash bin and then keep the hammer. All right. Let's try spawning this thing. I don't know how hopeful I am that I'll win, but I'll give it a try. See what happens. There we are. And here is the boss. I'm just gonna use ranged attacks for as much as I can. Oh, and I already walked into one of his beams there. Where do these things go? Okay, so this is why poison's important too, if you have the blowpipe. Because these won't actually heal him if he's poisoned. Oh boy. Oh, why did I move in? I have to take more food in a little bit. But actually, those things aren't healing him at all. I didn't think about that when it comes to poison. But generally, it's best to get rid of those as they spawn. Because if he's too close, they will reach out and zap him. Oh, there we go. They're doing that right now. So he's not actually poisoned at the moment. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I didn't realize there wasn't a gap there. And this is why you bring a bed. So I'm gonna do that. Bring this bed from this room here. We'll go on back. That's a shame, we actually almost had him on our first try there, but almost isn't doing it. Almost isn't the same as doing it. So now I believe he despawns if you come this far away. Means you need a second egg, which can be expensive if you don't have a lot of mechanical parts or you don't have a lot of ores and stuff. So if you're being cost conscious, don't be like me. Also by now, if you wanted, you could make rail cart systems and make your trip back here a little bit easier. Wouldn't have to do it all by foot or on foot. Or if you found a car. I actually did find a racetrack, but I wanted to share that with you all, and I forgot to, so still hoofing it on foot. Cars also don't make you all that much faster if you can't really have a good way to drive them. And well, I don't actually have a really good way to drive them because all these narrow passageways make it relatively hard for you to drive the cars. The cars control like old Mario Kart cars, I believe. So you basically drive forward or backward with them, and then you use the arrow keys to turn. So if you point to the right or the left, your car will just turn in that direction, but you still have to press forward to go. So pressing left doesn't move you left, it simply turns you left so that you can then press forward to move left. I feel like I didn't explain that all that well, but hopefully hopefully the way I clarified that made some amount of sense. We actually weren't doing too bad in this small space. Of course, if we were using more ground to get around here, we wouldn't have had to worry so much about avoiding those pillars. But alas, we didn't clear out a lot of room. We can try to put the bed here. I don't know if this is far enough away, but... Okay, there's that. Now I want to get rid of all the garbage in my pockets so we can pick up the rest of my pile. This is all fine, I think. See if it's enough to pick up what else I had. Oh wow, it is, including the tombstone. Don't much care for that. Alright, well let's put down our last egg and re-equip my hammer. Oh, I don't care about my hammer, I care about my uh-oh. I care about my shovel, I was gonna say. Alright, sorry, I'm just getting in the groove here. We spawned rocks. See, those rocks are outside of the arena. If I want to destroy them, I'll have to go back with, oh boy. I'll have to go back with some wooden bridges over that way. Oh, I thought I dodged between that. Oop, went a little too far. He's raging. That's not too great. Oh boy, where do I go? Spawns on some of these pillars has been brutal. Gonna try to heal, but he's poisoned. A couple more hits should do it. Boy, oh boy, there we go. I probably could have done that the first time, but getting hit twice in a row by that beam was a bit rough. There you go. Like I said, the normal strategy is to destroy these pillars, but because we had the blowpipe poisoning them, blowpipe, we did okay without that. Now, I kind of got ahead of myself there because I walked too close to the chest, but it said gain soul of Azeos. Now, if you look in your inventory here, there's a new tab that says souls that lists the 3 bosses, and it actually lists circles that I've never seen a use for. But every time you slay one of the Titan bosses and gain their soul, you get this ability. So it says 10% chance to spawn a thunder beam on melee critical hits. So, I don't know if there's something I can display this on, but essentially, we can try it on a merchant, I guess. Oh wow, this is one of the one of the worst payouts that you can get from this boss. It's kind of funny. Alright, well, we might have to farm him a little bit for better stuff. But anyway, if you hit a critical hit on something by smacking it, it will spawn one of his beams of light and pierce them, and actually leaves a permanent streak of light wherever it hits, which is kind of interesting. We need to make room for the minimal stuff we get out of this. Let's get rid of some iron. Let's get rid of the gold. And one more thing. We can find ground slime everywhere. And that's everything. That's Azeos. So our scanner helped us find the boss. Kind of hard to miss now. So now we're going to want to go and find some of those ground slimes that we can kill to spawn the scanner for the next, or to craft a scanner for the next boss. Now I've already got some sections here that have lots of slime in them. Like over here, for example, we could probably farm some. But basically as you navigate this biome, oh, down here is actually a great example. But as you navigate this biome, you'll find these patches that just have a ton of those slimes spawning. And if you kill enough of them, you can spawn the scanner for the next boss, which is kind of the optional boss for this biome. There's a piece of slime there that I missed, but I don't really care. Let's just use a core recall idol. We'll go back to the core, and then we'll see if we can't go farm some slimes real quick. Oh, and our food's ready too. How lovely. I've been using the milk from these moulin because it is gives you an armor boost on top of the armor boost you get from certain foods, which is pretty nice. We've got all kinds of stuff in here now. We have a new ring, higher critical hit chance, and better melee damage. That could be useful. Well, I just realized I have a farmer's build in here. I guess I can make a critical hit build. I don't really have anything else for it, but critical hit and melee. Do I have anything else for critical hit? Moldering. What else we got? Armor. Don't have too much else. Oh, this is a necklace. Here we go. What does our critical hit chance become? 25% versus 0, apparently. We try it out. Should we go hit something for 4 hits and see if we... It's not 4, but... I wonder if we can trigger that new soul effect right away. Let me switch back to my first build real quick so I can zip around and put everything away. Hey, I'm gonna want to make a new bed for the NPC room eventually. That's okay, that can wait. Oh, what's all this? Hunter hood, range damage. Oh, I opened some scarlet chests. That's right. I never even looked in them. Go on all these and put our stuff away. Most of this is valuables. All of it is valuables. Oh yeah, we have a new, that's right, speaking of NPCs, we have a new summoning item for an NPC. Hopefully this is enough beds to, yeah, there we go. Spawned right in. I'll have to put this one in the bottom corner though. Chum Bucket spawns the fisherman NPC. So he spawns or sells different types of fish, different types of bait, some gear for fishing, which is actually really useful. And also this purple bait, which I believe is used in the recipe to summon the next biome's boss. Never really looked at any of the NPCs, I don't think, in my videos here. This guy sells items that let you refight the original bosses. You can summon them again. Sells a pretty mediocre musket. Then he sells the 2 recipes for the legendary items that you can make in the game. Now, we don't have any of the resources for that, so we won't really worry about that. And then this guy sells a pet and then some basic materials. That's about it. Not really worth it. I'm just gonna go put my extra pet spawns away. I've actually got some pets hatching in there. We'll just put the eggs in there. That's my extra resources. Oh yeah, and then we have all of our valuables. They're already covered. Okay. Looks like we're already at 30 minutes just about, so I guess we can call it there. So that was finding and killing Azeos. Took a couple attempts, but not too bad. Next time, I guess we'll go into here and we'll find some purple slimes. Or rather, I will go and farm those. And then we can spawn the tracker for the next slime and go from there. If you watched this, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, feel free to check out my other content on this channel, as well as heading on over to my Twitch page, where we stream games like Core Keeper all the time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, I hope you take care. Bye now.